ASMR back again. So I decided to make a little Horadric cube tutorial. Just very basic. If you want to go very deep into it, definitely check some other guides on the internet. I just want to show you the stuff that I use, like mostly use, a couple of tricks, and yeah, just the stuff that I consider the most important. So for that, I'm gonna grab a couple of materials which probably will make no sense for you right now, but will make sense later. I'm not sure with these. I keep saving them, but I never really use them. This would be better because Occult is a bit better than Hellfire because it affects Nether Step, but still I feel like the 12.5 CC reduction is just too good. This, like, all these are decent. I think this one I can make, even though I want to keep this one for the move speed. Let me think. No, this is just for demonstration, so I will just show you at one. That's fine. So we have this. What else did I want to show you? Runes, nothing. Is there anything left? Oh yeah, obviously. I'm gonna also show you how you roll weapons in Diablo and how you can even make your own from scratch. So for this I'm gonna grab a couple of blue and yellow ones, but mainly I want, obviously I want legendary weapons, and you should always, like, I do it like this because I have a super good weapon, right? And the only thing that could make it better is if I get gem strength, but not only gem strength, but ideally I get the gem strength before even upgrading everything, but I'm gonna show you this later. But because of that, I always separate the weapons in two categories. Weapons that are good anyway, like, for example, yeah, this one is actually pretty good. So it has weapon damage, willpower, a crit damage multiplier, and 83 life per hit. Now, what I would do, yeah, now, you know what, I'm just gonna grab that one too. It's better to show you learning by doing, pretty much. I just wanna pick a couple of examples that make sense. So let's start with this. So as you can see, there's these charms, legendary or no, unique charms. They have very good stats and just overall very worth it. But obviously you gotta get lucky with the stats and everything, and if you don't solely wanna rely on drops, you can craft your own charms, and this works by adding 3 of these unique charms. By the way, this one has actually the effect I want, but it's just a bad one overall, worse than this. So this is how you do it. You put 3 of these, then you put 1 unique weapon, and obviously the one that has the effect you want, which in this case is plus 15 ranks for ultimate and more damage. And see, my current charm has only 4% instead of 5 and 82 instead of 100, so there's definitely a lot of room. But it has plus 125 on all stats, which is very good. And this one, for example, has a slightly better effect, right? But the two stats are worse, so that's why I'm re-rolling this. this, same with this. So we put 3 of these, then we put the weapon of our choice, which again is the one with the effect I want, and then you choose craft unique charm, and then this will be added automatically, see? And then you can do transmutation, and boom, now I got a new one. But this has bad stats also, so we just put 3 more in, put another weapon in, and make another charm. That's basically a lot of what Diablo has become. Oh man, see, now I have a perfect effect, but the 2 stats aren't that good, and I feel like it's not worth it to sacrifice 125 to all stats for this. So we just continue with the next one. Again, this is what you will have to do a lot in Diablo 4. I will be honest, at the beginning it was fun, but it genuinely starts to piss me off because the RNG is just so rigged, and it's so obviously rigged. Let's just, honestly, I kept all these for this video, so let's just grab all the ones I want to keep. I usually bookmark them anyway. By the way, 3 missing charms, and all are shit. I can't. Okay, so 3 more. 1 weapon. Boom. Oh, we got one with but shitty effect. Unlucky. Next one. Again, shitty effect. Next one. Again, shit. So, as you can see, this is ultra rigged. It's like either you are just the luckiest guy ever, or you can already prepare yourself for doing this 5,000 of times. Like the next thing, or the next 2 things I'm gonna show you, I unironically did like 5k rerolls or stuff, and I get nothing. It's so shit. I just don't understand this company. Like everyone says the same, that this game gets dull after a while because it's just so much nonsensical farming. You just have to add something that gives you something guaranteed. Bro, like ain't nobody got time to fucking slam 50,000 items until you get that one. So they definitely need to give you more. It's just so frustrating, and I already start being annoyed. I'm doing this now to show you, but I almost stopped rolling entirely because I just gave up on this cube ever doing something good. Okay, well, then I'm gonna show you the next thing now. So in season 13 we got these set charms, right? But a lot of times you already got a good one, but like let's say I have this, right? And I have 10 max life, but I maybe rather would have +4 Hellfire skills, just as an example. But I have this, and it just does +2 and +8 materials. Very shit. What I can do now is put this in the cube, change to set charm, like this one, then it automatically adds the materials you need, and then you press transmutation and boom, see, it transformed into another one. And now, early into the game, you can do this just for getting the whole set in general, but once you have the whole set, you just want to squeeze out the best stats possible. And as you can see, I rerolled quite a bit, so this is crazy. +4, +4. This can be better. This is also pretty good, but 10% pot healing isn't the best. And this one, ideally, I want this symbol and maybe with +4. So what we are doing now, because the greater ethics ones, they can't drop. You can only get them by rerolling. Same with these ones. can never drop with greater affixes. So a big part of season 13, what you're gonna do is just re-roll, and see, it just spits out shit after 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 shit. And that's what I mean, like, I'm rolling 500 times and I get 3 GAs. Like, this is just not fun, and it just doesn't make me, oh, we got a GA, but it's a shit one, obviously. And it just takes away all the fun to just roll, and I don't even get excited anymore if I hit a GA, because it took me 500 rolls, and also it's always a shit one. You can't imagine how many times I roll to even get these. But yeah, for demonstration purposes we will keep doing it, but not until I'm out of material. But see, again, earlier in the game I checked every single one for the stats and stuff, but now I already know that if it's not a GA one, I don't even have to look anymore. They can't be better than the ones I have. So yeah, roll. GA. This can be decent because I do use gold find equipment, so we could actually keep this one. And I will also leave it at this with the rolling, because this is only supposed to be a demonstration. So, oh wait, yeah, we could continue with this one. These runes I have here, this is my so-called gold farm equipment. There's a charm, this one. If you have 2 of these equipped, it gives you plus 900% gold find. And when I usually like open one of these escalation sigils or just a dungeon with and either this, it's called Abscheulicher Glanz in German. It's something, it gives enemies like some gold buff. And there's also, do I have one? Unfortunately I don't, but there's also one, it says, where it says Obriolos or gems, it sometimes also says gold. And then if you go into one of those gold dungeons and put on your gold find equipment, like from when a chest usually would drop maybe 100k gold, then with my gold finding equipment I easily get like 2 million gold instead of 100,000. So you can just print money with that, and if you get an escalation sigil with a couple of gold ones on them, you just, I literally got maybe like 5 billion gold in one run. Anyway, so since this one is plus 11, I can change this one because this one has just plus 7. So we can keep rolling a bit with this one then. Don't worry about the greater affixes. Not every greater affix automatically means it's good. We just roll. I will just roll one more until we get a GA. Okay, that's a double GA, but both are shit. The trade is also not worth it. Again, shit, that's the problem now, because I technically only want this, or get super lucky and we get this maybe, but again, this is like, to me, I'm also a very unlucky guy. I always hated gambling. To me, there's nothing that I hate more than gambling. I'm always in for skill-based stuff, and gambling is so degenerate. If you enjoy gambling, I'm sorry, but to me you're just a full degen. This to me is, oh my god, and I misclicked the fuck damage goes down, but I do gain a couple of other stuff, but nothing that is worth it in my opinion. So we just keep rolling. Oh my god. Not better though. Okay, one more, then I'm finished. One more GA. Because I want to show you another thing too. The pretty much most important part. And now of course no GA appears. More gold find, but I don't need more gold find. So what we do now is I will just keep this so I can roll this later, because now we go to the next step and probably the most important one. First of all, maybe if you didn't know, I don't have 5 at once right now, but these tributes, wait, maybe I can craft some. By the way, you can always craft stuff here. Let us oh, now I got 5, perfect. See, and once you have 5, you can put them in the cube. It also already automatically chooses fusion, transmutation, and then it becomes a normal one. And if you do 5 of these, it becomes a big one. And with these ones, the war equipment one, if you put 5 of them, you get a mythic one. So always keep these. Never use the greater ones. Always do 5 of them. Anyway, so now comes the most fun or interesting part, but at the same time the most frustrating part too. So our quest now is we try to get the gem strength weapon, right? And to maximize our potential, I pretty much keep every single ancestral weapon and try it out, because again, the chance, if you're unlucky like me, is literally 1 in a million or even worse. So this is just super lucky, and sometimes I again don't even bother anymore. But I will show you first of all the basics. So we got a blue ancestral here. It has weapon power and max life. Ideally, I want weapon damage, willpower, max life, and crit damage multiplier. So on this we have 2 of the 4, right? Now we can add stats by choosing this. The thing is, I could do this now and I will just get a random stat, but I can also add these materials to it to do a more focused add of affixes. And since I'm missing willpower here, that's actually pretty good. Why? Because with this one you can just focus the reroll onto being a willpower reroll pretty much. You can get unlucky and get other stuff too, like some core spell shit, but usually you get willpower. So now see, I did transmutation and we transformed it into a yellow weapon, which now has 3 of the 4 stats I want. And now obviously I will have to add 1 more, but this is already very great. Why? Because no matter what the 4th stat is gonna be, I can always re-roll it at the occultist. So this is already a potential good weapon. What I'm gonna do now, just for demonstration, is since I want crit damage is an offensive aspect, so I want to put an offensive prism in, choose add ethics again. Now I do transmutation and boom. Now he buffed onto it 42 multiplier for damage over time. We do not want this at all. So what I would do now, but I'm not gonna do, if this would be a weapon I'd actually care about right now, obviously, oh wait, that's not the one. Obviously, I would choose the damage over time and re-roll it, right? But this doesn't matter yet because we want the gem strength, right? Now, let's say you have a So what I want to do with this weapon now is, first, since it's a yellow one, you want to make it legendary. You can either go to the occultist and just imprint the aspect you want and it will make it legendary, but this again would cost me these forgotten souls, which I don't want to, like, ideally just want to use it when I really have to. So another option to make items legendary is just put them in the cube, then you go here, change to legendary, materials are being put in automatically, you press transmutation, and now I made it into a random legendary. You can still change this, by the way, but now I just made it into a legendary. And why did I do this? Because only legendary items can be transfigured. So what I did now is basically what I did like 5,000 times already. I'm not even kidding you. I literally rolled like 5k items. And again, I want to do it now because transfigure, what does that mean? The game or the cube does add one final stat to the item, and after that it's unmodifiable. I can show you. See, right, with this one I can still do transmutation, but now let's put my current weapon in. See, nothing is only this, but that's obviously not what we're gonna do. But this item is pretty much locked, and this locking is made usually by transfiguring. So now let's transfigure once. So you see, boom. Now I transfigured the item. You see, this is gray now. I cannot do anything with this item anymore. I can't even put it here. Like, it's literally locked. So this is always the last thing you want to do, except in my case, where I want to get something which is called a second transfigure, right? So, first of all, do I sacrifice a weapon to show you this? No, I don't want, but I will just show you like this. So this has willpower, max life, resource cost reduction. Ideally, we want weapon power. So I put again an offensive one on it. And we got weapon power, but very bad point. You can, by the way, also remove affixes. Like, for example, I have resource cost reduction, right? I don't want that. But resource cost reduction is not offensive, not mobility, not defensive. It is this one, a resource affix. So now I put one of these in. I do transmutation, and now I target removed the stat I had earlier. See, and now I have these three left. Now I could obviously add an offensive one again, and now we got damage multiplier for fire. But in a case like this, it doesn't really matter, because again, the fourth one I can always re-roll. But sometimes you have items with maybe two shitty stats. Do I have one right now? I like this one. This one has this actually very good example. Ah, fuck, but it's a legendary one. Because legendary ones you can't remove anymore. You can just focus, re-roll. So here I have pretty much three shitty stats on it. So I could do this focused re-roll. The only problem here is it's just a re-roll. So resource effects are gonna stay resource effects. And this one has pretty much, yeah, three things I don't want. Now I could, let's say we want the resource cost reduction gone. I can do this again, focused reroll. Now instead of resource cost reduction, we got lucky chance, 15% chance to get 6 primary resource. But this is shit, I don't want this. So this weapon is technically like complete garbage. This is one of the worst weapons for me. So this is easily a weapon I'm just gonna not even bother doing anything but this item is bricked and done. Okay, now let's continue with the axe we did earlier. So this is a pretty good one. But since it's just pretty good, I'm not gonna bother maxing out the weapon before I upgrade. We do again, transfigure, boom, nothing happens, shit. Okay, we continue with this one. It has decent stats, but not good enough to already temper. So boom, we do this. Again, shit. So what we want to happen now, and oh my god, this weapon could be decent, but again, not worth it. Like, this has a great ethics crit damage multiplier, which is why I was thinking about it, because let's say I get a weapon that is almost as good as this, right? Then I would temper everything, I would put it max level and just finish the weapon, and at the end transfigure it and hope I would get gem strength. But since this weapon has just no way of being better no matter what, I always first transfigure it, because what we want to get is one of the rare occasions that you can get a second transfigure, or even a third if you're very lucky. You can get infinite ones, but the chance is very, very slim. One thing I want to show you too is this. There's these prisms. If you add this and now transfigure, what happens now is this removes the most risky ones, because you can get very shit transfigures. It can happen that it removes one of your existing stats. It can brick your item completely. With this added, you skip the worst choices, but you also skip the best ones. So you usually just get item quality or like just decent stuff. But if you have a weapon like this, for example, I would never risk it, and I would always choose the safe option. But if in our case I don't care about this, because why? There's another thing about this. If you use this, it's 100% not modifiable after. If you do the risky roll without it, then we have that small chance of getting another transfigure. So again, what we're doing now, boom. Again, nothing happened. I also, since again I'm ultra unlucky, and whenever you want to show people something, it never happens. So I will just assume I will not get a single second transfigure, but we have to hope for it. So I will just pick all the ones that don't have GAs, because the GA ones I might have a couple ones I wanna. Or you know what? I'm gonna show you maybe also how I would perfect one item before let's pick this one. So I will show you what you have to do if you have a weapon where you're pretty sure it's gonna be better anyway, and you don't want to risk breaking it early. So what you do then is the following. You do all the stuff you have to do before pressing transfigure. So what I want here is my aspect, this one. So I go here. I already know which one it is. It's this one. Boom, I put it in. Now my weapon has the effect I want. Okay, next step. We put it here. I got weapon damage, max life, crit damage, and shadow damage. Complete useless stat. Instead, we want willpower. So now I can re-roll this stat, but you can only re-roll one. And then it gives you two options. These are both shit, so I won't change it. And now you just do this again and again and again, and boom, I got willpower early. That's actually pretty lucky. I got a shit number, but this is just for demonstration anyway, but in a case like this, I would re-roll even more often, so I get closer to the 360. 314 is very bad, but I don't care about this weapon. This is just for demonstration. So next step, always put sockets in. I'm gonna waste 2 of my socket materials for you guys now, but whatever. Add 2 sockets. Now we go to the blacksmith. Now we do the tempering. We go here. I got a lot of this, so we graded up to my max level. See, now all the stats went up. And now you get one final temper, which makes one stat very, very good. And this very good upgrade, you always want it to be on a greater ethics. So now I'm gonna redo this until boom, I get what I want, and I got the crit damage. And see, now we turned the 50% into 100%, which is insane already. Okay, so now the weapon is almost done. Now, last but not least, you add another ethics on it, which in this case I choose crit chance. And here also I got 8.3, but this isn't the best. The best I can get is 15. So what I do here is just again and again. Again, I'm doing this only once now to show you. But if a weapon, in your opinion, isn't worth it, you shouldn't even waste your stuff maximizing everything. Oh, by the way, I just skipped something, but maybe. This is again a pain in the ass doing this again and again. And sorry, after a while your item gets like locked, but with scrolls of God, how is this called in English? Restore of restoration or something. You can use this and then you get new rerolls, right? So now we continue. Oh, and boom, I got, and see now this is even shown as a greater FX here. See, plus 50 crit damage, and my item also turned into a 2-star now. So now, let's say this is a new weapon. I'm super hyped. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so much better than my current one. Then always do one last check. The item should usually have 5 stats. The 4 normal ones and your temper. It should have your aspect and it should have 2 sockets. I always compare it. This one isn't the best because I got lucky with this weapon. Maybe you can see it. I got actually 7 stats on this because this weapon I got lucky and I got a second transfigure. So that's why you see 2 cubes here. But yeah, so this is why this weapon is pretty much unbeatable unless I get gem strength. Anyway, so I compared it one last time and it has everything on it that I need. Now it's finished and now I'm ready to do the transfigure. Now again, there's 2 options. If this was your perfect weapon, where you already know it's gonna be better than this, I personally would not risk it. So I would easily choose this and do a safe reroll. I don't care if it's not that good. But since this doesn't matter, the only thing that would make it better is gem strength, or if I get 2 transfigures and a gem strength. So now it's time we do the transmutation. And what did we get? Fuck you, Blizzard Games. I fucking hate this shit so much. See, this is exactly what I mean. Like, I don't understand it. Are the people that work for this company just straight up retarded? It's the only explanation I have. So what happened now is I literally got the worst transfigure possible, which is indestructible. It's literally, there's a word for in the Diablo community for if when that happens, your item is rigged, and I'm 100% sure this game is rigged. So whenever I try hard a weapon, 99%. It's indestructible. It's so cancer, and it's exactly what I mean by it just frustrates you and makes you not want to play this game anymore. And I kind of get the whole you want to achieve your perfect weapon, but yo, sorry, I don't want a 1 in a million chance. That's just bullshit, and I'm just the type of guy, if this happens to me 10, 20 times, I just give up and I'm like, fuck you, game, you know. So yeah, we fucked this item completely, and all the 5 minutes of work, of tampering, of everything went down the drain for nothing. So that's why I showed you this, that all these steps I did only matter if the weapon you're gonna get is definitely better, and if not, you do what I did earlier and do an early transfigure. This one is yellow again, so I will slam another. Oh my god, this fucking is, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense why the materials, why are these all keys, why is gems and runes here and these materials here? Fuck man, I can't describe how much I hate Blizzard. Anyway, so we want to add one ethics. There's max life missing here, so in this case I would choose a defensive, add it to it, and we did get max life. Let's say if I would not have gotten max life here, I could easily, since it's the only defensive one, I could easily just remove it like this, or just re-roll it without being scared of removing one of the goods one. Because why? Let's say a case like this, right? You have a 5.5k max life, greater ethics on it. Let's say I have two more defensive stats, right? And I want to change one of them. If I do remove ethics or focused reroll, there is a chance that the GA is gonna be removed, which would absolutely suck. So, oh my god, which was the item we used earlier? This one. But in a case like this, since I only have one defensive stat anyway, I could just, without even bothering, just re-roll and re-roll until I get what I want. But the offensive ones could be risky. Maybe I will just show you. So let's do a focused re-roll here. Now, what I would want to get rid of is the plus 20% shadow damage. But if we get unlucky, see, it removed the willpower now, which fucking sucks. So what I would do now is re-roll obviously again, and now we got fire damage. So this was just a demonstration, right? I could just go on and do this again and again and again and again until I maybe get my willpower back, or I got crit now, and now I could just roll the fourth one on the occultist. So now remove all this shit. We make this legendary, and we hope for a second transfigure, which we add another indestructible, obviously. And also, I'm 100% sure that if I will ever get a gem strength transfigure, it's gonna be on a weapon with 3 shit stats or something like that. Again, so now we just spam transfigures on weapons. If this doesn't stay red, I don't even look at the transfigure, because I don't want to see gem strength and get mad because I got gem strength but didn't max out the item. So we put an offensive aspect on it. Boom. Okay, shitty one. So we re-roll until we get at least. We always want at least 3 stats that we wanna have, and then we can start thinking about the item, because the last one you can always change at the occultist also. So we got willpower, max life, sucks, so we keep re-rolling. Yeah, fire multiplicator is decent, but technically I would, yeah, this is a good one. So now I have 3 of the stats I want. Last one I could potentially change. Upgrade to legendary, transfigure, and again a shit. So off to the next one. We got, oh, here we can do another great example. So I got 3 damage affixes, and this is a yellow one. We get 3 damage affixes and 1 resource affix. Resource I do not want, and since this is still a yellow one, I can remove. So now I go on remove. I put a resource one, remove it, and bam! Now it's gone completely. So let's say that you had, let's say, for example, this is a perfect example, right? So I had plus multiplier shadow damage, and I had the one I just removed. Now I want willpower on it, which I can ideally do with this. Now I get a save willpower, and now I can use my occultist reroll to reroll the last one. So this is how you can just craft your own items how you want them to be. Now again, I got my 3 stats I want. Last one I can always reroll. And also remember that you can do this infinitely. I could do this until I hit 50% crit damage here, but it's just luck, so I don't really bother. Legendary, transfigure, and again shit. This is legendary already, so we can transfigure shit. Legendary already, transfigure, shit. This is what you can already, like, if you play Diablo, prepare for doing this for 10 hours straight. I do not understand how lucky some people are. Like, let's just see if we can find one in the rankings. Where do I see the lists? Where do I see the... Oh, here. So let's check the first placed guy. Oh, fucking tryhards with private profiles. So see, this perfect example already. This guy has plus 339.5 gem strength. How did he get it? You see, left to the number, there's this blue star. This star is what you get if you... I can show you because I have that too. See, this one has a blue star at crit chance. Why? Because this item, I only care about the crit chance basically. I was unlucky and didn't get one with a greater affix on crit chance, but since crit strength is still worth more, I did the last temper on crit strength, a crit chance. But again, you ideally want a masterwork, a GA. So let's go back to the guy from earlier. So what this guy did is he did an early transfigure. He got gem strength. Then he went to the blacksmith, did all the masterworking, finished up the items, and the last masterwork, which I did on crit strength, he could do on gem strength, which is how he boosted it to 339.5. And as you can see, he got a second transfigure, which, by the way, this motherfucker is also Apocalypse. Oh my god, how lucky can you get? This is absolutely insane. How lucky this is. Yeah, and he got the gem power, and that's exactly what you want. If you watch in the best list, like the upper guys, they will all have this. See, again, 343 gem strength, and again, he got a indestructible as a second role. This fucking company. I bet this guy was so pissed, but it's also his fault, you can say, because he did a risky run. If I was in his shoes, I would never do a risky second reroll, because if you get really unlucky, it can remove the gem strength. So this guy got something we in German call Glück im Unglück, which would be translated into luck while being unlucky. Let's see, this guy, again, gem strength, he got it afterwards though, so not ultra lucky. He did what I showed you earlier, and pretty much, wait, how did he get the 20%? Maybe he did have a second. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think he had a second transfigure, and the second transfigure turned his crit chance temper into a GA. Okay, so, but again, you see, he has gem power, right? Now let's go to the fifth guy. Another tryhard. Oh, again, gem strength. What a surprise. So see, this is what I mean. Everyone wants gem strength, and everyone wants it before masterworking the item. So, yeah, let's just continue with a couple ones. This has crit damage, but no willpower, so we slam oops, wrong one, they look so similar. We slam a willpower on it, boom. Then we slam another offensive one on it, boom. And we got the weapon damage, perfect. Now I have 3 out of 4. Now I turn it into legendary. Oh, I don't know if you see this, but my monitor just had a pop-up that it's gonna turn off in 5 minutes. Anyway, now it's legendary, transfigure, and I'm telling you, I can already see the day where I get a gem strength on a weapon that is pretty shitty in general. But see, so far we did like 20 weapons and I didn't even get a second transfig, yet alone a gem strength. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this a couple of more times, but I don't have the patience to do this 500 times until I finally get lucky to get it once on camera. So obviously this way of doing it also takes longer, so if you only do it with legendary ones, it's way faster. But crafting your own ones from the beginning is very time consuming. So again, I put willpower on it, and now we put a couple of offensive ones on it. I get the crit damage, perfect actually. And the third one already, oh, I got all the stats I want, that's actually crazy. Now legendary. And now, let's get frustrated again. No second transfigure, item is fucked. Okay, so now, what you can do just to max out. If you just want to get even more chances instead of salvaging, you can also transmute 3 into a new one. But I personally don't do it because it's very rare that you get a good one. We can maybe, and it has to be the same type. So you have to do 3 of these, for example, 3 X's. And I get a new one, but I don't know. Oh. We got a second transfigure. Now, this is perfect because I'm gonna end it after this. This is just for, first of all, the transfigure is pretty shitty. I just wanna salvage all this shit so I get rid of it. Okay, now we got the last case I wanna show you. So I did the transfigure, but you can see I can still do it one more time. So now I got plus 20 item quality, which is one of the worst things. It's decent, but not very good. But since I can still transfigure it, what we want to do now here is ideally get, instead of a fire, the 20, which is plus 20%, I want to change this into crit multiplier. Now this is gonna be a pain in the ass because it's, oh my god, first time. Okay guys, maybe this is the weapon. So now I got my crit multiplier, perfect. Now I only have one stat I don't want, which is the, see, now I can still do this here. This is the last one, and ideally instead of this I want max life. But I just had an idea of maybe I will make a full glass cannon weapon out of this. Why? Because as you can see, I'm at the moment at 86.2% crit chance. I could get crit chance here, or can I? Oh no, this can't turn into crit chance. So yeah, ideally here I wanna keep this. Fire is almost, almost the best one. Obviously I could go for, or usually I would go for max life here, but again I thought maybe I will show you how to make like a glass cannon weapon out of this. So let's just reroll once or twice. I just want to show you that. Yeah, fuck it. Because I can also get even more than 18% fire damage, but I don't want to waste. Oh, we get 20. Okay, perfect. Oh, this weapon is actually perfect. All these things I want to show you are happening. Maybe we get finally a gem strength on the last roll. But always be careful. Always do the transfigure once you made sure you got all the other stuff. 2 sockets, obviously. Now we go to the blacksmith. And see, this is what I showed you earlier. If I have gem strength now, I could do this until this last temper hits the gem strength. In this case, I want crit damage multiplier, which we got right now. Not the best, but since I don't have any GAs, it doesn't matter anyway. So we got this. Now, last step, we temper the crit chance on it again. This will take a while until we get the... You can always, if you're not unsure if you got the max, which I just got, you can always hover the item and see it turned into a GA. So now I know I got the max roll, and now I have 6 stats on it. I have 2 sockets, but I just forgot one thing, and thank God I didn't put it in the cube yet, because I forgot putting the aspect on it. Perfect. Boom. This is literally the perfect weapon for demonstration right now. I did all the stuff that could happen, and now we pretty much got our glass cannon weapon, but I can already tell you this is still worse than my current one, so I would never use this, except if we maybe now get a gem strength on it. So I did everything I can. Now, transfigure, it's the 400th one. This weapon was pretty blessed so far, so inshallah, Jesus, Krishna, all the gods, please. What did I get? 16.55 max life. It's decent, but this one has 22, so shit weapon. That's it. But this would be, like, if I didn't have this weapon, this would be a very, very good one. Very good stats. Like, I could even see this boosting my damage. Oh no, see the difference. Okay, there's also the gems, but did you just see the jump from 84 million to 63? So that's how insane this weapon is. Yeah, so this is done for. We can salvage this, and yeah, I think that's the end of the video. There are other options. You can, for example, make runes. I can make a bug rune. I can make an igni rune, which would cost me 1 tab rune, 5 rare ones and 5 legendary ones. This is decent, but just by playing at one point you should easily have every rune. Like, look how many I have. I have a couple of them. These ones where I have a lot of, they are used. I have a lot of them because they are used for making mythic items, which I, by the way, can make. So that's actually a pretty good example too. So I got the runes, and with the runes and the mystic sparks, I can target, craft the mythics I want. I'm using this and this, and as you can see, I can make the helm once, and I can make 2 rings, which is amazing. So just like that, I got the 3 mythics. I'm not gonna do but because for mythics, personally, I would not risk doing an early transfigure. The mythics, I always upgrade them, and then I do because they are just too rare, and getting an early gem strength is so impossible anyway, so I'd rather have a mastered one and get a gem strength that doesn't have as much power than just wasting the mythic like that. So I put them in my chest. I will do this later. So yeah, I showed you this too. Is there anything left that is maybe important? No, I showed you all that. I showed you fusion, reroll. I showed you all that. No, that's it. I showed you everything. Pretty sure. You can also combine gems in the 5 of these. Make one of these, and 5 of these make an even bigger one, but no clue how you're supposed to get this many gems. Like, I don't know, people, I feel like the people on the upper boards, they just don't have a life at all. Like, check this out, you got the gem strength, yes, both fully upgraded gems. Does he have gem strength on ring 2? No, he did. Oh my god, like, what the fuck is this ring? It's a unique one. Like, how lucky some people are is actually disgusting. This is actually disgusting. Okay, he didn't get the best. Wait, he didn't even transfigure them yet, I think. +1. No, I think. See, this guy also put it on crit. Unbelievable. Like, this is so unbelievable. He doesn't even use Ring of Starless Skies. You lose a bit of stats, but yeah, this is crazy. I don't know why he didn't transfigure this one yet, because this is not, but these 2 are still modifiable, so no clue what exactly he did here. Maybe I stopped playing. But yeah, other than that, because I think gem strength can only be on weapons and on rings. That's what I want. Why I wanted to check a couple of. No gem strength, but on the weapon they all have it. Oh my god, look at this. Luck is also crazy. +4 all abilities. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. The Asian symbols one. 100 to all. Decent. But gem strength they all have. In weapon they all have it. You can't be on the top leaderboard without it. Oh look, this guy has has both. This is what I was looking for. So this guy has it on the weapon and on the ring. And he, funnily enough, he has the same gem as me. And look, his gives 1081 resistance to all elements. And mine, which is the same, gives only 500, so more than double. And that's why everyone is hunting the gem strength pretty much. But yeah, guys, so that's it. I hope that tutorial was helpful for you. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'm glad to help you. But again, I can already warn you, this will be frustrating as fuck. You always watch the leaderboards and you're dreaming and stuff, but you gotta think these are like 10 peoples in a million that maybe had the luck, even though probably everyone even the 20th place has it. So yeah, no clue how these people get this lucky, but yeah, fuck it, maybe let's do one more, one last one. Fuck off. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video and thought it was helpful, then I would be very happy if you like and also subscribe. And yeah, tell me in the comments how you liked it. And also, did I forget anything? Is there anything, any stuff you do, or any tips maybe you can give me? I'm glad to hear them. And yeah, until next time. Bye bye.